Hello and welcome. I am your favorite YouTuber Argent Sky, and I know that's kind of a stretch, but let's look at something new that the Warhammer community has posted. Kill Team Commanders of the Imperium. Now, the whole commander thing is something they want to bring up, and they're gonna have a lot of commanders. We can see in the original post for the commanders that we have Death Watch, Orcs, Necrons, normal Space Marines, Tall, whatever. I want to say Skitari, but no, it's Adepts Mechanicus, and what I could possibly assume it's Eldar. But let's look at the commanders of the Imperium. We know they're going to be more than just those, because the Imperium is quite large. Now for the Adeptus Astartes, you can read here as I slowly pass through. Now, for the Adeptus Astartes, we have a captain, a chaplain, a librarian, and a lieutenant. Now, here is the interesting point that we can look at. Fine, they're all primaries. I'm gonna leave that aside. I'm gonna leave my hate for primaries alone at this time, and let's look at this fact. They're the normal heroes you could get. Well, the captain, you can get it from like almost all the boxes that contain primary Space Marines, except the Wake the Dead box, of course, because that has the lieutenant. The librarian and the chaplain, you have to buy them separately to add them. So it's not like you can just pull out a squad from one of the box sets with these two. But with these other two, yes, you can. And right now, frankly, I'm starting to think that the only point that the Wake the Dead box has is to just basically pull out the kill team. But here's the most interesting part. They're taking out, as you've seen in this original post, a Primaris librarian in the kill team who happens to be none other than a Space Wolf, which is quite interesting. Torvald Orcsbane. That's his name. Now, I'm not sure if he'll just come up as just being this sort of like, here's the character, he's a Space Wolf, or if you just get the normal librarian and then you can upgrade Space Wolf parts on him. Though I have to say that it looks quite good. In fact, it looks quite good. Now the Death Watch. The Death Watch has the same thing. You can get the captain, a librarian, a chaplain, but you get the chapter master, which is an interesting idea because the Death Watch has some good points. From what I understood, it's a really good, what it's called, starting army for this team, but that is mostly from subjective points of view. But I have to say, it's a good model to have in general, the Death Watch Chapter Master. And needless to say that it looks good, and it might be, and seems to be very useful with his tactics. Again, we're gonna get, what was his name? Gaius Acastian will be his name. Sure. Gaius Acastian, has its own box set. Good, nice. Now here's something weird. You can, as Grey Knight, you can take a Brotherhood champion. But I think I'm not sure, but how amazing it would be to go into a kill team with using just your old Space Marines. Quite frankly, I'm starting to get them back. So Grey Knight is something I'm looking out for. I'm looking forward to seeing more models, more tactics. I I really appreciate everything that has to do with these guys, mostly because of their history, their backstory. But he has Hammerhead. Nice and interesting, I guess. Astra Militarum. Latin is an interesting thing, and here we have the Astra Militarum tactic for the platoon commander, company commander. Now, you get a commissar. Decent. Usually, that's the bare bone of every. No, that's like the HQ choice for many Imperium Guard. Or if not, it's an interesting addition. The platoon commander, and what was this guy? I know right here. Tempestor Prime. Yep. This might be, I think from my point of view, this might be the best choice, actually. And there's also the Commissar in the box. Adeptus Mechanicus. This is either you get a Tech Priest or a Tech Priest Dominus. But now my question only remains that if you could get a Tech Priest Dominus, which they even say here is a nigh unkillable powerhouse who can self-repair and augment the firepower of his allies, why would you get a normal Tech Priest? Also, nice. Macro Stubber in a box. And this is all for the commanders. And what I like to add is that at the moment we don't know how they'll probably work. For example, they could be addition to the 100 points from Kill Team. For example, you add them, you talk with your friend that you play with to just raise up the bar a little. Okay, let's use commanders. Let's raise up the point cap, or not. We don't know if you can just go commander squad against commander squad, which might be something interesting to see at the moment, taking into consideration that we already have like 4 of these guys already in here. Now my idea is that it's a good startup. I mean, yes, reusing and recycling the Primaris models and old models. Yes, indeed, that's something that happens a lot, but the choices seem to fit well with the factions they're put into, and there's really nothing else to complain about. I mean, it might be an interesting addition, and we'll have to look out for more information. Thank you for watching.